National Innovation Visa 858 for the Australian immigration. This is the topic of my discussion today. I'm Babar Ayub from Migration Call. I'm an Australian citizen and registered immigration consultant of Australia. Let's dive into this visa. First of all, I like to tell you why I thought this is a very important topic, and the information that I should share with you is also extremely important. The reason behind of this podcast is I felt like there is tremendous need to explain this visa because there is a lot of information going on the internet which is not as correct as it should be, or that leads to a lot of confusion to the people or to the applicant. They think that it's very straightforward and they can apply for this visa quite easily. So I'm not discouraging you guys not to apply for this visa, but the purpose is you should know inside out at least few important things about this visa before you think you should apply for this visa, or you think you can be a good candidate to get the Australian immigration based on National Innovation Visa 858. On the internet, there are some advertising that says, okay, it's there for you, just apply and grab it. So that's not the case. So in order to get it correctly, or in order to explain it correctly, I felt like I just go directly to the Australian immigration website, which is immi.gov.au. I will take you into the website in few seconds. Before I go there, I would like to tell you that why I think instead of you just listening to me, you can go online onto Australian immigration website and search this visa and look for the important points required to be eligible for this visa, which can only be possible if you jump online and see all the information are there for you. It's quite transparent. It's not very difficult, or like it says, it's not rocket science. So you can understand quite easily. So before you go to apply, or you think you need a consultant, just mark those things, like whether you have those things. Yes, if you have those things, by all means you should apply. But if you don't have those things, I think you should refrain from it, because lots of people overseas away from Australia are making a lot of money on that visa, and at the end it's big disappointment for everyone who thinks that he or she is eligible and can get this visa. So the purpose of this visa is to gain the most valuable applicants into Australian society. So obviously the criteria is set for those who are quite prominent or dominant in their own field. Okay, so I think I have given you the brief discussion about this visa to begin with, and now I think there is a need that I should go on to the laptop or computer or iPhone, whatever, or just phone you have, and look into all the information there. I will just go in there and explain you everything in there. Now I'm onto the Australian government website. As you can see, this is the main page, and you can read Australian Government Department of Home Affairs, Immigration and Citizenship, and this is the visa subclass 858 National Innovation Visa. Okay, and just a general heading about this visa. This is a permanent visa for people who have an internationally recognized record of exceptional and outstanding achievement in an eligible area. So what does it mean? It means somebody who is well renowned internationally and is renowned of his work, and somebody who has done some exceptional or outstanding work in their field, so he does not need to be told that who is he. Let's suppose if someone is a sportsman, so like suppose a tennis player or a cricketer or footballer, so everyone knows him. Like everyone knows him at least in his field. So someone who just watches football or someone who's have some sort of link to football should know who is he. So or same is like someone is a mathematician, so if there is a mathematician community, he should be well respected and well known because of his outstanding achievements, so his achievement should not be restricted to his own country but should be recognized globally all over the world. All right, now we go into more detail. On the right hand side, you see it says you must. So when it says you must, there are a few other things, but I want you to just read few things because I can't. Probably takes me 2 hours to explain you everything. So what I can do is just few important points I will highlight for you, so make it easier for you. Either be in or I start with this one. So the candidate have an international recognized. So what does it mean? Recognized means like he's well renowned, like everybody knows him. He's not somebody because if you are let's suppose a scientist, a scientist of a nuclear scientist or like any other scientist. So anybody in a similar field should know, okay, this is the person who has wrote that book or have had that formula, or somebody is in high tech industry, so he knows like other people of similar in the same industry should know about him. And he has not only knows but should have exceptional outstanding achievement. Outstanding and exceptional achievement in what? So what are the areas? A profession, could be any profession, a sport, the arts, or academic and research. So these are the 4 areas. So that's the one area that applies to the applicant. The second area that applies to the applicant as well, he should have a nominator. So even if you have all those outstanding achievements, if you don't have a nominator, what it says, you should have a nominator with a national reputation in your area of talent, who is one of the following: an Australian citizen, an Australian permanent resident, an eligible New Zealand citizen, and Australian organization. So like you also need somebody from Australia who has the national reputation, like that person or the organization also is well renowned and has a national reputation, right? Can be your nominator. So you are also dependent on a nominator. So he also endorse you, like you are what you are saying you are, and he is ready to nominate you. Let's look into it in more details. So in the middle, if you see check your eligibility, I want you to go into this link, check your eligibility. I just click it. Now I am into this page. Okay, so same National Innovation Visa, Subclass 858 says eligibility. So I just go into the 4th point straight away. This is the 4th point. Have an internationally recognized record of exceptional and outstanding achievement. Okay, so you need to have that. And further down, it explains the same thing. You must have an international recognized record of exceptional and outstanding achievement in one of the following areas: a profession, a sport, the arts, academic, and it's the same thing that I've explained you earlier, is just repeating it again here. But now they are further being explained. What does it mean? It means have superior abilities and achievements to others in your area. Obviously, you are a top person in your area. Like, let's suppose they are, if I talk about athlete, if somebody is a top runner in his own country, and he also gone to other country and participate in Olympic and turn out, okay, he's well renowned and he has at least, have some sort of got a medal, even some sort of a medal, So obviously that could be person can be called as a superior ability and achievement. And again, it says are acclaimed as exceptional in any country where you are, your area is practiced. So any country you could be from, but that has to be considered as exceptional. Now the next point is have a record of sustained achievement unlikely to diminish in the near future. So not only that, but you still have those ability within you that you can continue doing it while you land in Australia for the next 4, 5, 10 years, whatever type years. So it's not like you had those and you are finished now. So you are not that person anymore. You are retired. So it doesn't good. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't go good on your profile. Okay. So it says be still prominent. This means that you continue to be active in your area by having recent exceptional achievements. So yes, if you are a mathematician, you have some books, probably has had a very new, good successful formula, well recognized, well renowned, and still you are working. You could apply for this visa. All right, and now I go back to the another heading, be nominated. So this is the one condition that has to be fulfilled by the applicant. So the applicant, let's suppose you are the applicant and you fulfill this criteria. Okay. So now what is the second criteria that you has to have? You have to be nominated. Like you need to be nominated by someone who also fulfill the other criteria, be an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or an Australian organization. If you don't have that, if you don't have a nominator who is also well recognized or well known, that means you, despite all the abilities, despite everything that you have achieved, and you are failed to find a nominator, that means you cannot apply for this visa. So you need a nominator, right? And what is that who is this nominator? You must have your internationally recognized record of outstanding achievement attested. Like, okay, you have a nominator and who thinks that yes, every credential or every information that is on the record that you have submitted is also endorsed by your nominator. And that nominator should be an Australian organization or an Australian citizen or a permanent resident. Okay, but despite all that, the nominator should also be well recognized. So not any person who's Australian citizen can come up, okay, and he says, look, I endorse this person. No. So let's suppose if you're an athlete and you are your runner and you're top runner in the world, so you need somebody in Australia, an Australian organization or a top athlete as well who endorse this thing, who says, yes, you are the person what you are saying. And he's your nominator and he thinks, yes, you qualify for this criteria. And after that, that's not enough. After that, the next part is you must be invited to apply. Once you have all those criteria, you got to be invited by the Australian government. So if you are not invited by the Australian government, that's it. You cannot apply for this visa. So coming back to our initial discussion, that you need to fulfill three criteria. You should be an outstanding achiever, exceptional person in your own field, plus you should be internationally recognized and renowned. Second is that thing, and the third is obviously you need a nominator. And one more thing I like to highlight about this visa: be this age. It says be this age. You got to be at least between 18 to 15 years old. So if you are someone who's applying to this visa, your age should be within this age bracket. But it says when you apply, you must be of exceptional benefit to Australia. So the first part says if you are under 18 years old or are 15 years old, or I emphasize or older. So it means even if you are more than 55 years old, you can still apply for this visa. But you got to have that ability intact, and you should be of exceptional benefit to the Australian community. The exceptional benefit to the Australian community should be what? Ongoing, like you're still not retired, you could still serve, should sustain and realize shortly after migration. Like even if you move into Australia, you're still able to compete if you are an athlete. If you are a scientist, you're still able to perform your scientific research. You're still able to deliver your lecturers if you are one of the top lecturer in the world, if you in your own field, right? So you should have all those ability intact with you. And the exceptional benefit may include, what are those exceptional benefits? That could include making exceptional contributions to the Australian community. So if you are someone who's making contribution to the Australian community, you are welcome to come and live in Australia, creating employment opportunity for a large number of Australian residents. So if you are one of those persons with your ability and with your achievements, when you're coming to Australia, it also benefits by creating more employment to the Australian residents, driving research, development and innovation in sector of national importance. So if you are one of those persons where you're moving into Australia, you can fulfill this criteria by doing some outstanding research and development or innovation, some sort of innovation. Like I said, any formula, any breakthrough technology that you have developed or you have is endorsed, that you have successfully done so, and it is also recognized. And the last is enhancing Australian global standard in any important area. So global standards of Australia, let's suppose if it's any standard that Australian set forth, you are among the top, you are one of the top person, and you can bring that standard further up, so that could be you. So there are other few information that if you want to look at it, yes, you can, to be more clear about it. But again, the main purpose of this podcast was to let you know about the National Innovation Visa and what are the key important aspects, right, that you should have in order to apply this visa. So my purpose, I'm saying again, to let you know, guys, that this is Australian immigration website. I said immi.gov.au, subclass 858 National Innovation Visa. Everything is written here. All you need to jump online, read whatever I just said, and try to take some time, understand a bit, and check your eligibility. So you are tested on mainly four things, like I said. So just to summarize, you should be still prominent in your area. One thing, have the ability, be an asset to the Australian community in these areas, economics, social, culture, and all these things, right? And have an international recognized record of exceptional outstanding achievement. So I think that's it. When I'm trying to explain you this visa on the immigration website, so you can testify it, and you can see by yourself. So yeah, that's the purpose. So that's it. I conclude my discussion here about the National Innovation Visa Subclass 858. I hope you have got some clarity about this visa, and you are more informed after watching this video. And that's the whole purpose about this video, because to be honest, I see all day people calling me and wants to know about this visa, and they always refer me some advertising on the internet, and probably they have made few calls and they have this impression that they are eligible for this visa. So I wanted to make sure that you know at least few basic things before you just think that you are eligible for this visa. And if you are, then you should go for this visa. This is the right visa for you. So other purpose is obviously for all people who have listened to this podcast and think they are eligible, can contact me or can apply for the Australian National Innovation Visa 858 successfully. I'm Babar Ayub, Australian citizen and Australian licensed migration agent from Migration Call. That's all from the podcast today. Please also write me or let me know if you want to discuss or would not want to know more information or any information that you found confusing or you need more clarity about it. So I make a video for you and to all those who are in a similar situation by credible resources, by using credible source like Australian government website, just as I did today, just like that. So you know that if somebody is saying is saying from a credible source and has the credibility behind it. So that's the purpose of the whole podcast. So you get the clarity and credibility when you have when you get the knowledge from someone. So once again, thank you. See you again in my next podcast.